Alright, so I don't know if you can see me. I'm out here on the deck of my house. It's kind of sunny today. And I thought I'd do a quick update on how the chickens are doing and what I've been doing with them lately to change the flavor and the health of the eggs that we're getting. Because right now we are getting like amazing eggs, and I just wanted to show everybody what it is that how I'm making that happen. Because good eggs don't just happen; they have like a nutritional value to them, and you have to actually add feed for the chickens that makes them healthy. The healthier the chicken, the better the egg. So I'm going to do a quick little rundown. I'm trying something new this year, and I'm going to let you guys see what I'm doing. So here it is. That right there is a rain gutter that is attached to our deck railing, and it was back there in the alley from a former project, and we ended up not using it. So I came over here and I basically I took the rain gutter and I just attached it with some gutter screws here. I think I used like 5 gutter screws just to hold it up, and it didn't need probably that many. And you can see down here, this is wheat kernels that are sitting on top of a substrate of coconut coir, and the coconut underneath is actually absorbing the water that I put in here so that I don't have to water as often. And then it keeps the seeds moist. So I put these in here 2 days ago. Oh, somebody laid an egg. Oh, let's go take a look. Who's that? Is that Scarlet? No, it's Blue. Hi, Blue. Do you want everyone to know that you laid an egg today? Bok, 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 bok. Right. So, okay, so that's their feed pan where we put the pelleted food that they have, and it's a nutritionally sound pelleted food. I'll show you where we keep it. That's their waterer. It looks kind of dingy, so I'm probably going to go change that water here in a little bit. And then come over here. So right here on the deck is where we have the wheat growing. And then there's a couple chickens down here, and they're foraging. So this area down here, let me just pan the backyard real quick for you. Here's our backyard. There's the barn. Donnie left the ladder out. You can see it's not a huge area. And the chicken coop is a very small coop, and I found that they actually prefer being in a small area. We really already did refurbish inside the barn, and then we were going to put a door there for the chickens. And then inside of there we have some roosts in there, and there's some nest boxes and stuff, but we found that security wise for the girls, just to protect them from predators, the small little coop that they have here actually does a pretty good job because it's elevated off the ground and it's pretty easy to clean, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the girls are down here, and I threw out some oats. I went and got just a cheap 50-pound bag of oats, and I give that to them as the occasional snack. It basically just gives them something to forage on. It's high in carbohydrates, so it's not necessarily the most healthy thing, but they do get a lot of exercise scratching around looking for treats in it. And then you can see here, this is a clump of the wheatgrass that grew, and the chickens already kind of destroyed it, didn't you? You already kind of destroyed it, huh? Did you want that grass? Okay. So that grass is a wheatgrass, so that's what we'll have up in that gutter that I just showed you. Will be a whole bunch of fodder for the chickens. This is the black soldier fly bin. It's kind of gross in there right now because the weather hasn't been warm enough to actually get adult black soldier flies yet. So the only ones that I have are the grubs from last year that have gone dormant. I haven't seen any yet, but I'll just show you. We just built this bin, and it's just to keep pests out. It's actually not supposed to be for holding the grubs. Inside of here, there is the actual bin, and you can see I put some cardboard in there because that's what they like to lay their eggs on. We had some grapefruits that we just couldn't finish. Sorry, Mom. She has a huge tree, and so some of the grapefruits ended up going in here. But it's just a plastic bin, and then I will actually, later in the season when they start maturing, I'll actually put a little ramp in there And the soldier flies will go up the ramp and then they'll fall down the side, and then the chickens can go and actually pick the soldier fly grubs up themselves when they come out. So that's kind of cool. Here, this is a tumble composter that we're using. I love this one. It's really easy. You just spin it. Just spin it around. And yeah. So anyway, not trying to make you dizzy here. So it's got this slot on one of the sides, and you can see this is supposed to be the side that's waiting to be composted, and this is the side you're supposed to add to, but you can flip the thing around. And if you look inside of here, you'll see there's chicken droppings. So this is going to break down, and this is going to take about 2 months to fill, and then actually it'll take about a month to fill this up, and then I'll leave it for 2 months. And I'll let this turn into good compost. And while this is composting, I add to this side. So you can see it's not huge. It's actually a pretty small little unit, but it produces about a bag of compost per side. So every couple months we get another bag of compost, and it's really good, fertile chicken manure. Chicken manure, I don't know if you know, it has to actually be broken down. You can't just amend it straight into your garden or put it under your trees and your plants, because if you do that, it's too hot and it'll actually burn your plants. So you gotta compost it first. So we use the tumbler for that. It also makes it so that we're not putting the chicken droppings into the black soldier fly bin, because biosecurity, you don't want to be putting your chicken poop in with the feed that you're going to be feeding your chickens. Anytime you feed an animal its own poop, bad news. That's how you spread disease. So we put all the droppings in here, tumble it, and then this actually goes into the garden out front, on the side of the house, and this is for black soldier flies only. All right, so here's the coop over here. Here's the bucket and the kitty litter scooper, and I haven't done it yet, so it's gonna be really gross in there, I think. So I'm just gonna open it real quick and let you see. There's a very small little run area here. We just take the used shavings and we just toss them down there until I get a whole bunch of them, and then I take them over and compost. So what we do is we go in here. Oh, it looks like Donnie actually did clean it out. So this down here is actually sweet PDZ. It's a maybe a ½ inch layer, if that. And we take that kitty litter scooper and we come in here and we just scoop up those poops every morning. And then here's the nesting boxes. There's 3 of them. They prefer to use this one the most, and you can see there's 2 eggs in there now. So I should probably grab them because they're still warm. I don't want to leave them for later. So look at those beautiful eggs. I love our chickens. So yeah, anyway, so you can see that there's some remnants of poop in there and stuff. I try to get that out pretty thoroughly. At least once a month I'll go in and I'll actually like scrape it all out. But every day it gets scooped out, and then those droppings go into that composter right there. So it's like, 5 feet away. It's not really a big deal. So I'm going to take these eggies. Actually, I think I'll go around. I'll just put the eggs in my pocket for right now. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. See, they think I have treats for them, so they're going to follow me. Follow me through the yard. Yeah? Okay. So I'm coming over here to the garden real quick because it's kind of on the way to the front door anyway. And here's my new garden, my new planter boxes. And you can see I put in this one this year, and I put in that one down there on the end this year. These we've actually been using for 2 years now, so the soil that's in there is from chicken manure and other various composts and stuff that we've gotten along the way. And then in between I had to add a couple bags of those wood chips there because I wanted to put a black plastic underneath, and that's to keep it so that the wood chips stay in the above the plastic. I plan on using those wood chips to grow some mushrooms in later. So yeah, my blackberries are over there. There's a couple fig trees down there in the yard. That's an orange. That's crepe myrtle over there on the far end of the yard. Orange, another citrus. Oh, you can't really see it because it's a tiny little thing, but right there's a little orange flag. That's actually a peach tree. We just planted it the other day. And so what I'm going to do with these boxes is this is going to be vines, and I'm going to grow them up and over, and then over here I'm going to do vines and I'm going to grow them up and over, and the same on this side, up and over. So that gives me more growing space. I have a couple other trellises down here that I was thinking about putting up on these boxes somewhere, just to give me a little bit more growing room. There's Donnie's giant chicken. If this actually works really well as a scarecrow, if you will, and it scares away a lot of the larger predators in the neighborhood, so that's pretty cool. And you can see up in the sky, every so often we get a good hawk that comes through, and it'll see this thing and it thinks, I don't know what it thinks it is, but it won't land in the yard with this giant metal chicken out here. Plus it looks kind of cool, I think. Yeah, so anyway, so we're gonna go over here. Here's my hose. This is my front yard. It's the front porch. I have my hydro buckets over here right now, but all of these buckets right here are going to be filled with greens, leafy greens, and I'm actually going to move them over to the carport around the side of the house, just because I don't want to put them on this deck. I actually kind of want to put them on the concrete. That is my pump, and that pump will actually run all 6 of these boxes right here, so that's pretty cool. It's just an air pump, and then there's an air stone that goes in each one of the boxes to keep the hydro going. So let's go inside and try not to break the eggs while I open the door. Oh, okay, so here we are inside my house. This is a peace lily that Dave's mom got for me when I got sick, and it took kind of a beating over the winter, but I'm trying to bring it back. You can see it sitting in the middle of the room because Kyla likes to knock it over every chance he gets. Here's my mealworms, my mealyworms. And so yeah, we have good eggs because we give our chickens mealworms. So I'll just set those eggs right there. Stay. Okay. So here are the beetles. Beetles. I'm not going to disturb them too much because they are busy getting jiggy. You can see there's a whole bunch of them in there. They live on oatmeal, and I give them carrots. The old ones need to be pulled out, but I've actually found they like to eat the older ones. I think it's more fragrant for them. So yeah, there's that. And there's my Nova. Hi, Nova kitty. I got more eggs today. Yeah, I got more eggs today. Should we go put them in the kitchen? You want to come put them in the kitchen? Come on. Let's go. Alright, so yeah, I'm just walking back through my house. It's kind of a long video. So, sorry about the mess on the counter, but I just keep a basket here with all the eggs, and you just fill that up. And my bread's out. And there is my basil. And there's my little test patch of wheat. But yeah, these basils are really growing, and you just refill the water in this part, and then their roots go down into it, and so it's got a light on it, and it's pre-programmable, so the light comes on and off. I don't have to do anything to it. Once the seeds are in there and they start growing, you just leave it, and then if they get too tall, like this one over here, this is almost too tall here, so I'll be lifting this light up a little bit higher for them, and yeah, that's it. Hi, kitty girl. Meow. Are you good, kitty? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, I love you too, honey. Okay, bye guys.